going on, everybody? It's Sunny back again with another showcase series video. I know it's been a long time since I've done one of these, but just a reminder, this is a video series in which I take a look at all the epic gear sets of a specific character, look at all the individual epic pieces, and then I go into practice mode and showcase all of their abilities. If you do enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that like button, and if you're new, subscribe for all your Injustice 2 content. But like I said, it's been a long time since I've done one of these showcase series. Still have about 10-15 characters left that I need to do. Been working on a bunch of other stuff, but let's get into looking at all of these epic gear sets for Sub-Zero right now. His two-piece set that we're going to look at first. Peerless Cryo Mansur. Got the Secret Combatants green shader on there. Really love this little old school look that he has. Includes his headpiece and his torso. All the other pieces are just random epic pieces that I tried to make each of the loadouts just look a little bit different. But let's take a look at the bonuses that we get. Cold Snap. While on the second health bar, Sub-Zero will instantly gain 1 bar of super meter when dropped below 10% health. So right on your dying leg, man, you get an extra bar of super meter. Maybe it'll help you in those player matches really close, you know, when both opponents are really at the limit or just about to die. But like I said, I love this little old school look. Looks really nice. 3-piece set, Mythologies. Got the Secret Combatants purple shader on there. Probably two of my favorite shaders that we have. Head, torso, and his ice weapons. His mask, I like his mask, his little hood piece with his covering over his face. And his chest piece is probably, his torso piece is probably one of my favorites in the game. Looks really nice. Bonuses, 2 out of 3. Overpower winning a clash increases health gained or damage inflicted by 15%. And 3 out of 3. Ice Clone Victory. Sub-Zero's Ice Clone becomes the classic Mortal Kombat victory pose. Really cool Ice Clone. Have the, I think, the Polar Bear, the Snowman, and the classic Mortal Kombat pose. So it's cool that his clone does different things. 4-piece set, which is probably the most puzzling epic gear set in the entire game. No, this is not his stock stuff, although it's identical. Like, I can't figure out why they did this. Like, every piece looks exactly the same as his basic common gear. Doesn't make any sense to me, but I don't know. I mean, I put the regular shader on there, his common shader, just to show you that it's exactly the same. All you do is get bonuses. 2 out of 4. Sub-Zero's Ice Clone duration is increased by 1 second, and then 4 out of 4. Flash Freeze. Sub-Zero's clones recharge 15% faster. But I mean, not that I don't think his original set looks good, but I mean, it's his common set. Like, why would they make an epic gear set that looks just like his common set? I don't know. Anyway, his last 5-piece set, Exalted Grandmaster. Obviously, it includes all 5 pieces. Just the face mask on the front. Kind of extra ice around his arms. Long sleeve with the gloves. Extra ice around his knees. No skulls, though. Has those little pointy boots. Definitely look like they had hurt getting kicked with those. Take a look at the bonuses. 2 out of 5. Absolute 0. Ice weapon damage increased by 15%. 4 out of 5. Opponents frozen by Sub-Zero special moves remain immobilized for 50% longer. And then 5 out of 5. Ice Clone is the Polar Bear. So 2 of his gear sets turn his Ice Clone into something else, and then the Snowman is just a regular epic piece. But that's what his 5-piece looks like. That's all of his gear sets. Now we're going to jump over to his individual epic pieces. First thing up is all of his different head pieces. Starting at the very top, he does have quite a few epic head pieces. There are quite a few different ones. A lot of them that I like this one, aren't part of epic gear sets, but they still look really good. Like, this one looks really good. That was the one I had equipped with the shader. That one looks really nice too. I like these without the hood. I think those look really good. Some of these look very similar to his epic gear set, but there's his regular one. Don't understand why they did that, but again, that one looks good too. Got the different little, I guess, tubes on the side. Just the mask and the hair, and then the hoods. There's his old school one. And that's going to do it for his head pieces. Torso pieces, not quite as many, but still quite a few. This is definitely probably my favorite one out of all of them. I definitely like how that looks. That looks really good. Some of them have different belts and different straps, with ice, without ice. I think this one looked unique, which is why I had it equipped with that other set that wasn't part of the epic gear set. I kind of like how the middle piece is just not all there, just has the little shoulder straps on there. This one looks pretty good too. There's another one that looks similar to his basic one. And then his arm pieces, I don't know if I'm missing a bunch of them or where they're actually at, but he does not have very many. At least I don't have very many. So not really much to look at, just none with sleeves right there. Has the forearm braces, I guess. Sleeves on that one, no shoulder pads except with the ice. Couple different looks, not too much though. There's nothing around the forearms. Leg pieces. And of course with all these they got different looking boots. Some with ice, like those without ice. And then the skulls on the knees. I think the ones with the skulls look good too. And then that, whatever that is, I'm not really sure. It looks like a cat. I don't know. It looks like Atrocitus's cat. That one's kind of cool. It has the little bands that go into the skull's mouth. And then the last, the ice weapons. His ice hammer and his blade. Some with little spikes on there. Some without. The ice hammer, this one right here, the Peerless blades of the winter wind. This is the one that has the snowman on it. So if you ever get this one, got the ice clone snowman where his clone turns into a little snowman, which is really cool. Adds it just on a regular epic piece. All the rest of them, a lot of these look kind of similar, but still very few different ones, different handles, different ends. But that's going to do it for all of his individual epic pieces. Now we are going to jump over into the practice mode and check out all of its abilities. First up, Barrier of Frost. Ice Shield forms in front of Sub-Zero that will parry opponent's attacks, absorb projectiles. Meter Burning will freeze the opponent, replaces Ice Burst. So the Barrier of Frost is just I guess a temporary quick shield for Sub-Zero to throw up there. Kind of blocks the opponent, and if he hits it, then like that, then he turns, I guess, freezes, and then jumps backwards. But if you do it too early, do it too late, then he won't get hit, and you're, I guess, prone to getting hit. Ice Port. Sub-Zero quickly teleports, reappears behind or away from his opponent. Just a quick teleport that'll put you right behind the opponent. There are two separate, I guess, distances you can do. You can do directly behind the opponent, or you can go a little further away from your opponent. So kind of up to you however you want to do it, but it can be done full screen, so it doesn't make a difference where you're actually at. You can actually use the teleport anywhere. Hammer Slam. Meter Burning Air Frost Hammer will launch the opponent into the air for follow-up attacks. Here's the regular hammer slam, just his regular move, but now you can meter burn the hammer slam and he just follows it up with a quick, I guess, uppercut of the hammer, which is kind of neat. I like the animation on the uppercut. That's kind of cool. It doesn't really have the greatest of distance, so you got to be somewhat close to your opponent. As you see from here, you know, only a couple feet away, and that's the only pretty much as close as you got to be to hit him. Clone charge. Sub-Zero is able to launch a deadly ice clone at his opponent while on the ground. Meter burning clone charge will launch the clone across the entire arena. This replaces slide. Clone charge, he just throws, I guess, himself out. It doesn't go full screen, unfortunately. It only goes partly, the regular one. But then you meter burn it, and then it goes a lot further, full screen. So you got to meter burn it to get it all the way across the screen. But if you don't, then, you know, like even from right here, it's not even hitting them. So you got to get somewhat close unless you meter burn it. But I definitely like this move. It's just unfortunate what it takes away. Air clone kick. Sub-Zero will launch a deadly ice clone at his opponent in the air. Meter burning will cause the opponent to bounce and follow up attack. This is an air attack, kind of like the ice clone, except he throws, I guess, his little clone out, kicking him. Definitely a really cool animation. Has a meter burn to it, but I'm really not sure the difference. Like, as you see, the regular does 46, and then the meter burn does the 46. So the animations look different. Looks like a bigger bounce, but I can't really tell other than that, like, what the actual difference is. Frozen Aura encases Sub-Zero's body with ice, allowing him to take less damage and inflict damage to opponents that strike him. This is part of your character power, so when he throws it on, kind of like shields him, gets less damage, and when he's getting hit, it actually inflicts damage on your opponent. So every time he hits him, just a little bit is taken off of Raiden, but doesn't last too long. Just your normal character power, but just extra damage. And the final ability, Ground Freeze. Sub-Zero creates a patch of ice on the ground that causes the opponent to slip and fall. Meter burning will cover a larger area with ice and freezes them in place. Requires both ability slots. So similar to his super, you freeze the ground, kind of unblockable hit where knocks the opponent down, which is kind of cool. Can also be meter burned, and it'll freeze them there, so you can do like a follow-up attack or something like that, which is kind of neat. Keeps them right there, really close, or you could just knock them over with the unblockable. Either way though, but it takes up both ability slots, which kind of sucks, but kind of neat. Alright, well, that's going to do it for Sub-Zero. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button, and I'll check you out in the next video. I am out. Peace.